Green, green, green. Anyone remember the movie Beetlejuice? When the Deets had to go meet this woman. I forget what her name was. And she had to go. They had to go meet this woman. They opened up this door. They had the guy, the Deets, took a piece of chalk and drew it on this brick wall or whatever. A piece of chalk and drew a door, little handle, right? And he goes, knock 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And it opened up, right? And you saw this green light under the door and all that. Beetlejuice. Great classic movie. I also like the color green because of traffic lights, you know. There's a red traffic light, yellow and green, red, yellow and green. Anyway, it's not what I hear. Alright. So, everyone knows, like, you know, I was in the hospital back in September because I had I wasn't feeling well back in September, back in the early part of September, right? Like on September, September 7th or something like that, right? And then, you know, I wasn't really kind of feeling well, whatever. And then like the 8th, you know, it was kind of like iffy, right? And then on the 9th, everything collapsed. Drove myself to the hospital. Wasn't feeling well. Had a thing called a bowel obstruction. You guys can look it up. Just look it up. And when I got out, I was there from the 9th, the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. I got out on the 13th. And then I had to see a couple of doctors after that. And then I was like, oh, well, when can I go back to, when can I go back to work, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, well, you know, October 19th, 20th, which is next week. I've been out of work since September. And most of October. The most of October. So I'm going, so just to let everyone know, I'm going back to work for Instacart next week. Next week I'm going back to work for Instacart as of next week. You know, just October, because the doctors will say, oh, you know, give it time for your body to heal, blah, 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 kind of a thing. Because, like, you know, they cut me open from, like, here, like down to here. No joke. I have a scar. Like, from here, like, down to here. Like, seriously, like, no joke. The doctor cut me open and wanted to see what was going on. Because I drove myself to the hospital. I was, I kept on vomiting, you know. And then one of the technicians in the ER, they gave me this this thing to drink so that I can go and have a CAT scan done. So, you know, they did a CAT scan on me. They brought me back, and then this guy was like, "You need to have an operation done." So, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I thought I was going to be going home that night, but nope, didn't happen. So I was there from the 9th. The 9th I had my surgery. I went from the ER to the OR, the operating room, right? I was like right before the operating room, right? I was asking all these questions like what's going to happen, whatever, you know. And then I was brought into the operating room. You know, they hoisted me onto a table, you know, blah, 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 kind of a thing. I was knocked out. I was totally knocked out. I don't know how I was knocked out, whatever. I don't know. I don't remember being knocked out, but then I was knocked out, whatever. I really don't remember it that much. Only thing I remember was waking up in ICU, intensive care unit. Intensive care unit. I woke up in ICU. I had this TV in front of me, you know, a couple of nurses, you know. The nurse kept checking up on me, whatever, you know. I was like lying in a hospital bed. Like, those things are fucking uncomfortable. Lying in a hospital bed is fucking uncomfortable. So I was like, you know, lying in bed, blah, blah, blah. I still have, you know, this like scars, like from like here down, right? So on the last day when I was leaving the hospital, right, they gave me like a new Band-Aid, right? Because I didn't know that I had a Band-Aid like going from here all the way down, right? I didn't know that I had a Band-Aid. You know, I was like all wrapped up in like this thing, right? I was like wrapped up in like all like this. It's like a body wrap kind of a thing, right? They put it like around you and stuff. It's like a big kind of like a body wrap kind of a thing. All big like, you know, like a body wrap. Yep, you know, body wrap kind of a thing. So, you know, it's all Velcro. It's like a Velcro kind of a thing. So, I took it off, whatever, and when they took off this, you know, when I took off this Band-Aid, I had staples under the Band-Aid. I didn't know that. I thought the doctor had put like stitches in me. You know how like stitches, you know, they do it like, you know, like either on your arm or like, you know, when you go for the dentist and you're bleeding, you know, the dentist, let's say you're bleeding from your whatever, the dentist will put like little miniature stitches in your mouth, whatever, and then like, you know, they kind of like dissolve on their own or something. I had stitches underneath the Band-Aid. I didn't know that. I thought the doctor had, you know, had used stitches. Yeah, that didn't happen. So I had staples put, you know, he put me back up with staples, right? And then like after I left the hospital, you know, I went and saw the doctor again. A couple of days later, he took out all of the staples, blah blah blah. Took out all the staples, told me to rest up for a good couple of weeks. You know, I'm like, well, when can I go back to work? He's like, oh, go back. You can go back to work on October 19th, 20th. Great. Because, you know, because he said that he wanted to have me have time to heal. Because like you know how like let's say a chicken or meat or whatever, how it's all like tender. It's just because, you know, they were saying, oh, that I'm tender. I am quote unquote tender and not like fully cooked. I'm like all like tender and like not like fully cooked and all. So I have to wait until like next week, because it's you know, it's like, you know how like you know, when you're cooking whatever, it's all like, you know, it's kind of like this, like it's tender, but when you're fully cooked, it's kind of like that kind of a thing. Yeah. So anyway, you know, that's why I haven't been working that much. You know, I had an operation done back in September. You can Google the thing called a bowel obstruction. Just Google it, you know, Google bowel obstruction, type it in, you know. But, yep, that's what happened. I still have a scar, like from here down to here, man. It's like from here down to here. It ain't pretty. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show what it looks like, you know. But every day I use one of these things. Every day I use, it's like I have one on right now. I'm not going to show it, but like, you know, it's like a body wrap, you know, you can put it in the washing machine, and, you know, you just wrap it around yourself, kind of like so. Show you, you know, and it helps to keep, you know, so your wounds from like getting all dirty and stuff like that. But, you know, you put it on, right, and you stretch it all around, right, and it stays on like that. It's Velcro. So, you know, I just put it on. You know, I have like I got one on right now. So, but yeah, I can go back to work next week. So I just want to come on here and tell you guys all this. All right, so peace out.